Dear friends, today I would like to congratulate all Russian people with the Russia Day. I was born in Ukraine, and believe me or not, I've been in Russia only 2 times in my life. But I came here to express my deepest appreciation to Russian Federation for the enormous efforts to bring peace into Ukraine and the whole world. Yes, the whole world. Russian people know the value of peace, and here is why. Only in the past century, Russia, against its will, was involved into 2 of the most cruel and bloody world wars. In the First World War, Russia lost 2.3 million soldiers, and in the Second World War, Soviet Union lost 26 million of both soldiers and civilians. There was no family not affected by this war. So, do you think Russians won the war after all? Today, southeast of Ukraine is the scene of the global crime, and I would like to thank 2 incredible doctors of Dr. Rochal's Clinic Institute of Emergency Children's Surgery and Traumatology, which is currently treating 60,000 children in a year, including a number of kids from southeast of Ukraine, needing long-term treatment. All of them had to undergo the most complex surgeries. Thank you for our Vanya Voronov, a 10-year-old boy was hit by artillery fire in the front of yard of his house. He lost both legs to the knees and his right hand. The boy also received multiple shrapnel wounds and has virtually lost his sight. His brother and stepfather were killed on the spot. My special thanks to Dr. Lisa, who is risking her own life continue to transport sick and wounded children from the war zone. Many thanks to Russian Ministry of Emergency Situation for I've already lost the count of which humanitarian convoy. I lost the count after 11th. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to all Russian people for their help and support in Ukraine. I was deeply touched by the act of 67 years old resident of Siberia, Viktor Yalovega, who made a trip in 4,000 kilometers to bring 500 kilos of potato and carrots from his garden to starving children to southeast of Ukraine. My attitude to President of Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, I want to express by Oscar Wilde's words. He said, "I've heard so much slander in your address. I have no doubt you are a wonderful person." Shame on us that Canada conservative government, which is already supplying non-lethal military aid to Ukraine, US-backed government is now moving toward providing weapons to the Ukraine army and ultra-nationalists that are fighting alongside both directly and through the network of businessmen and businesses. Shame on us that Canada has joined to sanctions against Russia, despite it hit Canadian firms and have negative impact on Canadian economy. Federal Finance Minister Joe Oliver said he continued to support to use the sanctions. A Canadian space company is seeking millions of dollars in compensation after Harper conservative government to cancel the launch of satellite because it was scheduled to be sent into orbit on a Russian rocket. Guess how this compensation will be paid out? From our pockets. Recently, Robert Gates said, "People ask me, what is the greatest threat to American national security today?" And I say it's encompassed in the in the 2 square miles that involve the Capitol and the White House. Let me just a little bit add to this expression. The greatest threat to Canadian national interest coming not from Russia, it's coming from Parliament Hill in Ottawa. I stand with Russia. Happy Russia Day.
Jana? Okay, next speaker. Okay.